Twitch channel. This is where Young America seems to go get their Twitch shows. And today, what a show. Today is the Mary Jane show. Mary Jane has been stopped in traffic, so it's a little bit fucked for her. But I can tell you right now, Mary Jane, who we do a lot of scores. Mary Jane has fallen behind. Georgia won the ball game in the SEC championship game. Mary Jane had Texas, and unfortunately for her, second. Hello, who is this?
This is Schizo Surfer.
What are you doing?
Well, I
What are you
called.
doing, mate?
I called. I talked to an L.A. County sheriff friend of mine.
Wait a minute. Who's your LA County friend? What's his name?
His name is Deputy Arias.
Deputy Arias?
Yeah, he works in county jail.
Oh. Yeah, so what so how does that make it that you're here?
Well, I talked to Arias, and he got me connected to the Pima County, Arizona State Prison.
Where?
In the Pima County, Arizona State Prison by Tucson.
Oh, so that's okay. So what happened there?
Well, I asked him, the guy there, I told him that I needed to talk, had a really important message for an inmate there, your bodyguard friend, Hans Gerber.
You spoke with Hans Gerber.
Yeah, I did. I got to talk to Hans Gerber.
And what did you say to him?
I told him how I got a hold of him, and he was just amazed. He couldn't believe who he was talking to, the Schizo Surfer. And he asked me how's everything going and what's going on.
He asked you how everything's going.
Yeah. And I told him, well, I've been trying to work with Don, but Don and I are, I don't know, but Hans told me, well, you tell Don that I want the show. I want Schizo on the show.
Wait a minute. Hold everything. You say that you spoke with Hans Gerber while he was in jail, and he said that he wants Schizo Surfer on the show.
Yeah, and he said that he wants the show to be tip-top, ship-shape, and really flowing and rolling and doing really well. And he told me to say hi to you and Mary Jane
He said
and everybody.
To say hi?
He said to say hi.
Can you tell him we said hello back?
What?
Will you tell him that we said hello back?
Yes.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. This is kind of a surprise. Out of the blue, Schizo's calling, and he's telling me that he spoke with Hans Gerber, and Hans Gerber wants Schizo on the show. Now, Hans Gerber, of course, is the producer of the show, and whatever he wants, we basically have to do. I just have to try to figure if Schizo lying, because I've known Schizo to lie before. Is he lying now? I don't know. I'm going to try to find out. Okay. Schizo, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Talk a little bit more. I want to see if you can be heard.
Okay, well, I'm here in Glendale Adventist Church Hospital of the Lord Jesus Christ, and I am just about ready to be just discharged into a new place to live.
Wait a second. So where is this place you're at right now?
It's at Glendale Adventist Hospital.
Is it a crazy people ward?
Not really. It's just a basic psych ward. It's not the people. There are some nutty people in here.
Yeah,
Yes.
they may not tell you that it's a crazy people ward, but it's a crazy people ward, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Why are you there?
Because they tricked me at this other Glendale board and care, and I got in a hassle with one of the staff, and I pushed him in the chest, and they got pissed off, and they said, "You're kicked out." And then they had an ambulance there, and they said, "This ambulance is going to take you to the hospital and do a medical evaluation, and then they're going to take you and drop you anywhere you want in the city." Well, they tricked me. They took me here, and now I have been incarcerated here until the social worker who works here at the hospital can get another place lined up for me, a new board and care. And
Let me ask you this. Is this place anything like the insane ward on One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
that's interesting you say that, because I was lying in my bed the other night, and I was thinking, I thought out in my mind in kind of a queer and loud way to Jack Nicholson, who is the star in that film. And I said, "Hey, Jack Nicholson, are you out there?" And he says, "Yeah, who's this?" And I said, "This is Greg."
Who's Greg?
Schizo Surfer from the Don Barris Ding Dong show at the Comedy Store in
Did
Hollywood.
he know me?
Yeah, he's heard of you, definitely. He says you're world famous. And I said, "Well, Jack, I'm in this Cuckoo's Nest place here at Glendale Adventist Hospital down here in the psych lab. What the hell do I do, Jack?" And he says, "Schizo, you escape."
Do you have any guns?
No, I don't.
Do you need one?
No, I don't. I've already had the last Cuckoo's Nest I went to was when I punched out my landlord at this place in Arcadia, and then the police handcuffed me and put me in the car and took me to Tech Medical Arcadia, and some nurse in Arcadia Tech Medical USC Medical Center took me in this room and put me on this bed, and then all of a sudden he was looking at me and he said, "I hate you, Schizo Surfer. I hate you,
Wow.
Schizo Surfer. I hate you. I hate you. I detest you." And then he grabbed my head by the chin and the back of my head, and he started twisting it really hard. And so he pulled a couple of muscles in my neck, and I'm suing the Tech Medical Center for, for like,
Who's your lawyer?
I'm still yet to find a lawyer to do it. I've been having.
All right, well,
some
hold on a
problems.
second, because right now, you may know her as the host of the Mary Jane Show. It wouldn't be the Mary Jane Show if she didn't show up late. So here she is, a little late. This is Mary Jane. Hi, Mary Jane.
Hello and welcome to the Mary Jane.
Hi, Mary Jane.
Hello, Schizo.
She said, anyway, what's going on here, Mary Jane? I don't know if you heard. Supposedly, Schizo has a buddy who's what's your friend's name again? Schizo?
Deputy Arias, L.A. County Jail.
Anyway, he knows people in Portland or in Arizona that work at the jail. What's the name of the jail, Schizo?
Which one? The one in L.A. or Arizona?
The one in Arizona.
Oh, that's Pima County Arizona State Prison
Yeah, and so
by
he
Tucson,
says that
where
he was able to
I grew
call
up.
there, and he said, I need to talk with an inmate, and he spoke with Hans Gerber. And what did Hans Gerber say, Schizo?
Hans Gerber said, "Wow, how did you do it, Schizo? You got through to me here at the Pima County, Arizona State Prison." And I go, "Yeah, Hans. The last time I think I saw you was at the Ding Dong Show and Beverly Hills Hotel, California, with Don."
Yeah.
And so we went on, and Hans said, "Yeah, Schizo, I want you on the show all the time." And he said, "You're really great." And
He said that.
Yeah, he did. And then he said, "I want the show ship shape, topsy turvy, and just all in order, and just a really good show every time with Mary Jane and Schizo and Don."
Okay, hold on just a second. So Mary Jane, it looks like Schizo's going to be on the show, but I need to talk with Old Man G. And Old Man G, are you there?
Yes.
I love you, Old Man G.
Same Schizo.
Yeah, and I think it's a back and forth. You both love each other. Here's our problem. I want you to do me a favor, Old Man G. I want you to look at the last guy who said something on the chat. What's that guy's name?
Travelina Fred. He's got a first name that's Travelina. That's crazy.
No, he just made it up. It's Fred Travelina, the guy that's not supposed to be on here.
It's Fred Travelina, the infamous Fred.
All right.
Travelina.
I'm going to read this, but I shouldn't. Do you mind if I read it, Schizo?
Yeah, go ahead.
He says, "Don't believe this bullshitter, Schizo. He's a goddamn liar.
Oh,
He'll spend the rest of his life in hell because he's such a fucking liar. Don't trust him, Don. Don't trust him."
That's funny.
He sounds like that Fred Travelina guy.
It is Fred Travelina.
Oh, okay. Well, It's been a while. I don't remember how to block people. We'll see if we can figure it out.
I want to meet this guy.
Fred Travelina?
Yeah, I want to come to the Comedy Store or some Hollywood party and meet and shake hands with Fred Travelina.
Let Mary Jane start the show. She was late getting here, so I'm going to let ladies and gentlemen, here she is, your host of the show. This is Mary Jane, everyone.
Yay!
And welcome to The Mary Jane Show. We are now in opening show banter with a blast from the past, the ghost calling in. I guess, so he spoke with Hans. Did Hans say anything else, Don?
Tell Mary Jane everything he said. Because now with Fred Travelina saying that he doesn't believe you and I shouldn't believe you, what did he say to you?
Who, Hans?
Yeah.
Hans said, "Wow, Schizo, it's you. How did you get through to me here at the Pima County, Arizona State Prison? How did you know I was here?" And I'm going, "Hans, I just figured, I talked to Don the other day and he said, you're the producer of the show. So I conjured and found a way through a connection of mine in LA County Jail with Deputy Arias that he could connect me with and get me in touch with Pima County, Arizona State Prison by Tucson, where I grew up and went to elementary school and had a fairy tale girlfriend when the Beatles released in 1971, when the Beatles released Let It Be. My girlfriend was Sweet Loretta Hernandez, a Mexican girl, Sweet Loretta from Tucson, Arizona. Like the song Get Back on Let It Be?
Yeah, except
Well, I
it wasn't
actually, for
1971.
real,
It was early
had a
19...
girlfriend in
Hey,
Tucson, Arizona at
Schizo,
that
Schizo,
time.
I just caught you in a lie. You said this came out in 71. The Let It Be album came out in 1970, early, like February.
Okay, well, 1970, right around there.
Well, you said 71.
I was mixed up. It was a long time ago. My parents were the ones who bought that album for me.
I don't know that.
I had all the other ones.
Since I've known your father, your father's done nothing except prove that he hates you.
Oh, okay.
All right, I would like to read this. Question for Schizo. When you talked to Hans, did the topic of Hans driving come up? Is Hans worried that his driving ability has taken off a bit and people no longer love to watch him drive? It's a great question.
I always liked riding in the back, with Hans up front driving in his car. I always liked that car that he had, that big Bronco or Blazer or whatever it was.
Did you think he was a good driver?
I thought he was a little wild. I thought he was a little bit, off the tilt. Especially the last time I saw him when I was in the Ding Dong show.
All right, here's another thing. Do you remember a guy by the name of Tombstone?
Yeah.
He says,
Tombstone's the greatest.
Do you want to listen or do you want to talk over me?
No, I'd listen.
In regards to Schizo's upcoming lawsuit from when that guy tried to remove his head, can I suggest him representing himself in court? Schizo seems to be pretty law savvy.
Well, I've learned a lot from my other attorneys, I have 3 attorneys. Friedrich Foss and San Luis Obispo, Mike Flanagan, and Juliet Robinson. Those are my 3 best attorneys. And then there's John Morgan and the Law Brothers.
Here's another thing from
Dominguez.
Garrett. I'm trying to help you by reading this. Should I not read it? Do you want to talk over me?
No, go ahead and read it, Don.
Okay. Thank you. Schizo, if you want to escape from the mental hospital you're in, you need to locate a water fountain and rip it out of the ground and throw it through a window.
Okay. Well, the windows are really kind of metallic screen guarded, so nothing can go through it or break any window or anything. It's totally sealed. It's a very top security mental ward.
There's other people that think the water fountain is a pretty solid plan.
It is a solid plan. I saw the movie. The thing that freaked me out was all that blood. But I like the part where they did get the keys and get out and get in the truck and go on a chase with against the police, with the guards, with the employee's truck.
Have you ever taken a bus and taken some of the inmates to go boating?
Yes.
You have.
There's a little lake down here.
Okay, when you the nurse that works there, is she pretty understanding?
Oh yeah. Her name is Janet.
Let me ask you a question.
My
Is that
medication.
okay? That's Nurse Janet. All right. Do you have any gum?
No, I don't chew gum. I don't have any teeth.
Oh, that's right. You should try to get some gum, because if you can get a hold of some gum, you can befriend an Indian and get him to lift that, because he'll probably be a strong guy, and he'll be able to help you out with that fountain and throwing it through the window.
Okay.
So try to find some gum. Mary Jane, what do we
Yes.
got? What do we got going on today's Mary Jane show?
Well, I'm enthralled with this, and the fact that Schizo has spoken with Hans when we haven't heard from him in like a year. Did Hans send any special message to Don or myself?
Okay, the question is, Schizo, did Hans send a special message to myself or to Mary Jane?
Pardon?
I said, when you were talking to Hans, did he send a special message to either myself or to Mary Jane? Did Hans
Yes.
ask you?
He sent a message to Mary Jane saying that she is the most beautiful lady in the world, and
What did he say about me?
he said that you're the prettiest girl,
Oh, thank you.
and he said that I'm the greatest big wave surfer in the world.
I don't believe that because can I tell you something?
Yeah.
He saw video of me surfing a tsunami and he said that I'm the greatest big wave surfer in the world.
Well, there's a lot of big wave surfers in the world. There's like, Keone Downing and Eddie Aikau and Clyde Aikau and Laird Hamilton, Derek Dorner, Buzzy Serbach.
Hey, Laird Hamilton is a hack.
Laird Hamilton is?
Yeah, he's a big hack.
Okay.
Oh, some people want to know if Hans mentioned how Jeffrey is doing.
How what?
How Jeffrey is doing.
Jeffrey who?
That was one of the.
I don't think we ever knew his last name.
Jeffrey's Bay.
His name was Jeffrey's Bay.
Jeffrey's Bay.
Did he mention Jeffrey's Bay?
Did Hans?
Yes.
Yes, he did.
What do you say?
He said Jeffrey's Bay is one of the finest surfers in the world. If not the finest.
Excuse me for 1 second. Can you hold on, Schizo?
Yeah.
Hey, old man G.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What's that last message right there? Who's that from?
I can't hear you, man. G, can you see the chat?
Yeah, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yep.
can now. Do you see what it says there?
Yeah, it's the Travelina Fred guy.
Yeah. What did I tell you?
That was Fred Travelina?
Yeah. And I asked you to block him. And so here's what the thing is. Now, look what he's saying here. Can I read this, Schizo?
Go ahead and read it, Don. Nothing's going to faze me.
Hey, Don, don't be stupid. Schizo is a goddamn liar, and he's lying about
Schizo is a
talking.
goddamn liar.
He's lying about talking to Hans Gerber. There is not a shot in hell that he did that. Don't believe him. Get him off the
There
show
is
right
not
now.
a shot in hell. Bark at the moon. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Mary Jane,
Yeah.
should I get rid of him, or do you want to talk to him?
I mean, how
Get rid of him.
how long did the conversation go with Hans? How is
All right,
jail
that's fair.
taking it?
How long did the conversation go? Did he talk about how he's doing in there?
He said he's doing all right. He said the guys in there from Arizona are really pretty cool. He said, out in the yard, it's hot. It's, in the winter, it gets cold in Arizona at night. I was born in Phoenix. I lived in Tucson. We had a cabin in Mountain Air up in Flagstaff.
Question, Don. From the
And
conversation.
I'm fully, I went, my dad dropped me off one time. I went for a couple weeks at the Oak Creek Ranch School in central Arizona, where me and the kids there, we all tallied all our cash together, and they sent me into Sedona, Arizona, right there by Winslow. And they told me where the Connect was and everything, and I went in to Winslow.
Schizo.
Into Sedona, Arizona.
Schizo.
Yeah.
If you were really in Winslow, Arizona, what song do they mention Winslow, Arizona? I want you to sing it to me.
Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Well, I'm standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me.
Come on, baby.
Come
Don't
on,
say
baby.
maybe. I gotta know if your sweet love.
Sweet love is gonna save me.
Come on.
Babe, come on. Come on, come on, come on. I went snow skiing. We used to have a cabin right there in Mountain Air in the Flagstaff area. And I've been skiing up the Snow Bowl, San Francisco Peaks, northern Arizona. And there's also Mr. Astronomer Lowell's laboratory planetarium. And Lowell discovered the planet Pluto from his observatory planetarium in northern Arizona, Flagstaff. He discovered Pluto. The planet next between Venus and Mercury. Very small planet.
Can I ask Mary Jane something? Oh, man, can I ask Mary Jane something?
Sure.
Hey, Mary Jane, didn't I tell you to never allow this piece of shit Schizo on the show anymore?
Don, but he called Hans
that's not nice,
and got
Don.
permission.
He says he...
Ask him if Hans is expecting to come back to the Ding Dong Show.
Is Hans expecting to come back to the Ding Dong Show?
Oh, yes, he is.
He said that.
What did he say about that?
Yeah.
Tell me exactly what he said.
He said he'll, when they release him, he'll come back to California and to Hollywood and to the Ding Dong Show. And he will show up.
I don't know. Does that sound right, Mary Jane?
I mean, Hans is quite a diva. Ask Schizo if Hans made any demands upon
What do you
his
think,
return.
Mary Jane?
All right, let me ask you this, because Mary Jane makes a point. Hans is kind of a diva, and he always tries to say things. Did he make any demands before he came back to Hollywood?
Well, he said that he wanted to maybe host the show, the Ding Dong Show, and not to kick you out, but to just kind of like reminiscing the day, good times before, and when he comes back, he just wanted to kick things off by hosting the show.
So he doesn't want me hosting the show anymore?
No, he wants you to be the host of the show. He just wants to come back and host the show when he arrives back.
So when he comes back, I'm no longer the host?
And I think you and Mary Jane should arrange a welcome home party for Hans when he gets out of prison and comes back to California, to Hollywood, California, for the Ding Dong Show.
I don't know if I want to have him come back like that. You know, you've been in jail. It's hard to get used to normal people once you get out of jail, isn't it?
Well, I guess, yeah, I know what you mean.
You had a hard time.
Yeah. I should be out of here in a few days into a new board and care. And I'll tell you, I'm never coming back here again. I learned my lesson.
And what lesson is that?
Don't ever say, you know, you're gonna kill somebody anymore. Basically what I said.
Yeah, that's naughty.
And they didn't like it. And I got tricked into this. But it's a pleasure being on the show. And I express all my good feelings, loving good feelings. Oh, and Hans also said that if he's not back in time, that he wishes everybody the happiest of holidays and the Merry
Hans
Christmas.
said that?
Yeah, the happiest of holidays, merriest of Christmases, and a Happy New Year.
I always thought Hans was an atheist.
What?
I thought Hans was an atheist.
I didn't know that.
So are you lying about him saying he wishes everybody a Merry Christmas?
I don't know. That's just what he said. He said, wish everybody a Merry Christmas for me, Schizo, and a Happy New Year.
Don, since Schizo's so tight with Hans, do you have any messages for Schizo to give Hans?
Well, I could call Hans. I'm going to call him right after this show. I'm going to check this story out. Because I see that there's some people that don't believe Schizo.
Mountains come out of the sky and they stand there. 24 before my love, and I'll see you.
Huh.
I was watching a movie on TV the other day, and it showed some really big seas, some in the ocean, and these waves are big monsters. Chunderous rolling around yesterday.
How'd you see that? I thought you were in a
I was just watching. We have a television.
So you watched it on TV?
Yeah, I was watching TV. Today I watched. Who was it? It was.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Oh, it was SMU versus Virginia. Basketball. ACC, NCAA.
Don, can we ask Schizo if he has any predictions for the Super Bowl?
Well, we probably will be talking to him if it's true, and Hans wants him on from now on your show. He'll be back here every week, and we can get his predictions before the Super Bowl. That's that's maybe 8 weeks away.
Okay.
But we'll find out if Schizo's lying tonight. I'm going to call Hans right after this, and I'm going to see what Hans has to say. Are you lying about this at all, Schizo?
Lying about what?
About talking to Hans.
No, I'm not.
So Hans will say that he spoke with you today.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I got to believe you. So what else is going on in today's show, Mary Jane?
Oh, well,
Why
last time
can't I hear Mary Jane?
Why can't you hear Mary Jane?
Yeah, I can't hear her.
Because you're in an insane asylum.
Oh, okay.
last time
I'm
we
in
spoke.
the sanitarium. Leave me alone. Sanitarium. Leave me alone. Sanitarium. Leave me alone. That's
So last
funny.
time we spoke with Hans.
Fucking Metallica. Kirk Hammett. James Hetfield. Jason Burton.
That's
Lars
Metallica.
Ulrich. I love those guys. Lars kind of has a chin like Jay Leno.
So what are we going to do, Mary Jane?
Oh, we have slid right through opening show banter. We're in mid show banter. Do we have any sports updates?
Yeah, well, in the first game, you had gone with Texas. Texas lost to Georgia. So
Oh no.
So
Oopsie.
your own one there. And you also, in the next game, you had Oregon over Penn State. Oregon is leading in the first quarter 14-3.
Okay, very good.
And that's the sports update.
Would we happen to get any play-by-plays soon? That's the favorite for mid-show banter.
Well done.
Well, what?
It's about time for me to have dinner.
So you're leaving? So you're quitting the show?
Well, I could have dinner right here and stay on the show. Do you want me to stay on the show?
Do you want him to stay on the show, Mary Jane? It's up to you. It's your show.
Yes, of course.
Mary Jane says yes, of course.
Okay. I'll have my dinner right here.
What's for dinner?
What are you having for dinner?
I don't know. I got to look.
You still don't know? Do me a
I'm waiting
favor.
for it.
Just start screaming, "Where is my dinner? I will." Ah!
Where is my dinner?
He's afraid.
You're afraid to do it, aren't you? I want my dinner now! Whoa!
This guy, the cook here, the other night, he cooked up some really good tri-tip
Was that
steak that I
Statman
had.
Crothers?
You eat right here? Yeah, I'll eat right here. Thank you. Okay, here's my dinner, Don.
What's that?
Here's my dinner.
What are you having for dinner?
it looks like a fruit salad with some cheeses and apple slices, watermelon, cheddar cheese, grapes, a little bit of leafy lettuce, some chopped cucumbers, chopped tomato. It's rather wonderful.
You're eating like a king.
Wait, no
Totally.
meat, no bread?
They have no meat
we
in there,
get
no
3
bread?
meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we get 3 snacks a day.
Is this
Snack
the sound
one.
of a snake?
At about
I
10:30,
can't understand what you're saying.
and then second snack at about 2:30 or 3:30, and then third snack would be at 8 o'clock, right around medication time.
Is medication time the best time of the day?
Yeah, I get medication all day.
Now, let me ask you this. I heard in some of these insane asylums, what they do is they try to give you medication to prepare you for a sex change.
Oh my God, I never heard of that.
Well, I have. Maybe you should ask some of these guys what they think.
No, I don't want that. I'm fine the way I am.
You getting any sex lately?
Not really. I mean, just, masturbation.
How's that going?
Really good.
When you're masturbating in an insane asylum, where do you wipe your cum? On the sheets?
It just gets all over the place on the blanket. What can you do?
What can you do? Oh, by the way, if you're at all concerned, because everybody is, in Mary Jane's second game, she picked Oregon to beat Penn State and win the Big Ten championship. I want to see Mary Jane win, and she picked Oregon. But I do not want Oregon winning the Big Ten championship. They don't belong there. They should go back to the... But right now the score is Oregon 14, Penn State 10.
Be close for comfort.
Yeah.
Are they giving Schizo coffee in there?
Do you get coffee, Schizo?
What?
Do you get any coffee?
Yeah, I'm putting my cream in my coffee right now.
How many sugars?
Did they give you a bunch of sugar?
Much what?
They give you a bunch of sugar.
Not a bunch.
How much sugar have you put in there?
Just a couple little packets.
Remember when you used to get a bunch of sugar at 7-Eleven?
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I'll never forget that. Those people wanted to make me croak on sugar. They wanted me to put so much sugar in my coffee.
I can't hear you.
They wanted me to put so much sugar in my coffee that my cholesterol was about to make me overload.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so what do you want to do, Schizo? Because we've got about 10 minutes left of Mary Jane's show, and I was thinking what might be kind of fun is for you to hang up, and then Mary Jane and I talk about you behind your back.
Okay.
You want to do that then?
You want me to hang up?
Well, yeah, because I don't want to talk about you while you can hear me.
Okay.
So you hang up, and Mary Jane, I'll just talk about you behind your back and tell us if they believe in the shit you say. Is there anything you want to say before you go?
I'd like to say, God bless America, and how ye hail to the Lord God Almighty,
Satan?
Father of all creation, and peace, love, silence, tranquility is golden, and human kindness, dignity, health, total affection, like Mr. Stephen Piercy would say in one of his songs, and in the power of love of the Lord God Almighty's only begotten Son,
No,
Jesus
that
Christ.
Huey Lewis said that, not the God. Huey Lewis said the power of love.
Huey Lewis and the News.
Yeah. He was the one.
What
that
about
talked about
Hootie and the Blowfish?
He's not Hootie and the Blowfish.
Darius Eckert doing Wagon Wheel.
I don't know what you're saying. All right, well, listen. So why don't we do this? Why don't you hang up so Mary Jane and I can talk about you behind your back, if that's cool.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Check you next time. Goodbye.
Okay. Thank you.
Mary Jane?
Yes? Yes, Don.
We got a new guy coming on to the Ding Dong Show. He is a 34-year-old virgin.
Ooh. But we're only allowed to have one virgin on the show at a time, or have the rules changed?
I don't know. I've got to look that up.
Was there like a grace period? Because I guess maybe in the meantime, if he's not a cast member, if he's like an auditionee or a tentative, you know, a trying person, then maybe it doesn't count. But before we make a decision, I think that before he's a full-fledged member, somebody's got to lose their virginity, because we can't have two. So either Quinn would have to lose his virginity or this guy.
This guy's
Just right off the bat, nobody else has met this person. Who do you think has the capability, looks, talent, brains, drive, capability of losing their virginity first? This guy or Quinn?
I don't know.
Okay, Terry Greenbeans, a betting man, a degenerate gambler, says new guy over Quinn. So I'm in regards to losing the virginity. And he says for sure. So Terry Greenbean, the gambling man, has placed his bet.
Really?
Yeah, he thinks the new guy will have a better chance of losing his virginity first.
Okay, in scores, Mary Jane's second game of the Mary Jane six-pack, where she lost the first one, picking Texas over Georgia, and Georgia winning that game. We have at the end of the first quarter, Oregon beating Penn State 14-10. Now, if you understand the point system, oops. Let's see here. Penn State is giving, or Oregon is giving Penn State 3.5. And right now they're down by 4. So Penn State is down by a half a point. Now in the other game, which is Clemson SMU, let's see what the score of that one is. So Mary Jane is winning the Oregon game. And in the Clemson, Mary Jane picked Clemson. She gets 2.5 against SMU, and something good just. And Clemson is up 21-7. So Mary Jane picked Clemson over SMU, and they're winning by 14. Plus they get 2.5 points. So they're really winning by 16.5. All right, let's do a little play-by-play. Clemson with the ball. They're at the 47 yard line. Drops back to pass. And incomplete pass. Mary Jane, can you remember anybody who played at SMU that made it to the NFL Hall of Fame? Played at SMU.
That one guy.
You're exactly right. That one guy is Eric Dickerson, and you were right.
Thank you. I have new gloves.
Where'd you get the new gloves?
I ordered them.
You got a bunch of dresses that were for your birthday. You got them in the mail yesterday, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
But you didn't wear one today.
No.
Because you don't like them?
No, because it's casual costume's fine. I'm not in a super casual costume. But you can't see me, so it's kind of pointless to waste the laundry.
First down, Clemson. You want me to do a little play-by-play on this next play?
Yes, please.
Okay. Clemson, it's 1st and 10. Hands to my. Oh, he does not hand it off. He faked the guy. The guy did a circle, but still lost 2 yards. So it's about 2nd down and 12. SMU is trailing by 14, but really 16.5 if you add the points on here. And by the way, I said 12. It's 2nd and 11. Here they go. Guy's over center, but he's dropped back in shotgun position. He's calling the signals. White, Ike 2. And he fakes the handover, then throws it out to that guy. And that guy goes like, woo! And he's about 2.5 yards shy. Let's see where they marked the ball. But I'd say between 2.5 yards shy of the first down. It's 3rd down. Clemson's going to call a timeout. And on the sidelines, no, they're not. I don't know what they're doing. Guy's patting himself on the chest. He must be very proud of what he's done. It's 3rd and 3. And that's the end of the first quarter with the score Clemson 21, SMU 7.
How are you not cold?
Me?
Yeah.
The air conditioner's off. How are you cold?
Freezing.
Maybe you're freezing.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, it's 3rd and goal for Oregon against Penn State. 13 minutes and 24 seconds left. They're at the 4-yard line. 3rd and 4 yards for the touchdown. 3rd and goal. Here they go. The guy from Oregon is behind. He's in shotgun position. Everybody, the guy number 3 is going in motion. And here's the hike. Hike to the quarterback. He goes back to pass. He throws. Touchdown, Oregon Ducks. Fucking Ducks. Fuck. Here comes the Ducks. Look at that. So now they could go up 21-10. Here they're coming out for an extra point.
All right.
But Mary Jane, both of her games that she's got, the team that she said is going to win has a pretty big lead. It's 21-7 in the SMU game that Mary Jane says SMU will lose. And they are. And in the Oregon-Penn State game, Oregon, who doesn't belong in the Big Ten, fuck that. That's a terrible thing that they did. They did it 100% for money, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Tyler Dortson, text yellow goal. My old head coach in high school moved on to coach lineman at Oregon Ducks. Well, I know someone that's going to school in Oregon.
Is that Fred Travelina guy?
Oh, let's just drop Fred Travelina, man. Why do you do this to Schizo?
I think he's the one who helped me block him last time, right?
What's that?
Didn't he help me block him last time? He's the one who blocked Tombstone, so.
Who blocked Tombstone?
Schizo. Remember he blocked Tombstone on his Periscope that time, so. He's the pro at blocking people.
See, I don't know. Okay. Well, congratulations, Black and Blue. What is your name, Black and Blue? So, Mary Jane, what else is going on in the show?
Oh, we are sliding right into closing show banter. We will start doing social media shortly. Tyler Denton said, "Do you got the Vikings tomorrow against Kirk Cousins? ? I do not believe so."
No, she's not picking that game. And Kirk Cousins, why don't you say former Michigan State Spartan Kirk Cousins? But you didn't. You didn't go that route. Could have, but you didn't.
Very exciting show. I would like to thank everyone for sharing a little bit of their Saturday afternoon with us. Thank you so very much. I hope you enjoyed the update from Schizo and Hans via Schizo. Super duper exciting.
So let me ask you this before. Do you think that Schizo actually talked to Hans?
I don't know why he would say he did when he didn't.
Has Schizo ever lied before?
Yeah, he has.
Not that I'm aware of.
I would say he has.
When?
I'm not going to go into detail. Okay. Tomorrow, Mary Jane has the Buffalo Bills giving 3.5 to the Rams. Mary Jane has the Chicago Bears over the San Francisco 49ers. She does get 4 points. And she has the LA Chargers with her traitor coach, Harbaugh, over the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's see. Okay. Hollywood Harry picked Georgia, but also picked Penn State. Jack picked Texas. And Old Man G picked Georgia, and he picked Oregon, who's up right now. and he picked SMU, who's behind. Everybody but Mary Jane picked SMU. Mary Jane picked Clemson, and they're up 21-7.
All right, and Black and Blue, don't worry about it. I agree. Don't worry about it.
What happened?
They said, "Come on, Don, it's public info, but I don't want to blast it on the WWW." You asked him for his real name. That's kind of a bit of a faux pas.
Oh, is it?
Say it's fine. You don't need to know.
I mean, if he doesn't tell us, we'll just have to assume the worst.
No, Old Man G, no. Just
I'm just kidding.
Don, say it's okay, and you didn't. Not that you're sorry, but you didn't mean to say anything inappropriate.
Were you an All-American in high school football? Did you make All-American in college?
Those are reasonable questions.
Okay, these are reasonable questions, Black and Blue. Do not disclose the first question Don asked, but now you can answer
The last
about
two.
things.
Were you All-American in high school or in college as a football player?
Oh, Black and Blue, laughing heart.
What does that mean? Yes or
YouTube's
no?
a little bit behind, so it might take him a second to hear our question. There's a little bit more latency on YouTube.
Why do you think that is?
Probably just because it's YouTube. They're not as big into like streaming as Twitch, so Twitch ups the latency.
Okay, it's 3rd and 19 for Penn State. Penn State trailing by 11 points. They're at the 16-yard line. Guy gets the ball. Hike one. He drops back to pass. Oh, he does a quick pitch in front of him. The guy catches it, so it's going to be considered a pass. But now it's 4th down. 4th down and loads.
Oh, we have an answer for Black and Blue, Don.
Didn't play in college.
Play in college.
Got enough CTE in high school. What's CTE?
Concussion, that concussion thing. I don't remember what it stands for, but it's the brain damage thing.
Punts it off. Yeah, but Schizo's in an insane asylum right now. Are you? No, I didn't think so.
Don, nowadays with the sports, they frown against too much concussion stuff.
Well, that's in these days. I still think it's great.
Oh, whoopsie. Black and Blue follows up with, plus I started smoking weed and football wasn't as important. In college, that is.
Yeah.
Is that an acceptable answer for you, Don?
So I'm confused. Was he an All-American in high school?
Oh, good thought process, Don. Black and Blue, you're dodging the question. Were you all American in high school, or what was your best record?
Well, anyway, so we're now, we can go to, have we done enough closing show banter?
I don't know about that, but we have the definition here. It's called chronic traumatic
Encephalopathy.
All right, so Mary Jane has lost 1 game, and she's ahead in the next 2, and then she has 3 games tomorrow. Right now, you're 1-0, right, Old Man G?
Yeah, I believe so. I think I'll be 2-1 if things stand, and she'll be 2-1 if things stand. But there's still a lot of football left in the other 2 games, I guess.
Both of them have a whole half.
Yeah.
And
but I won Georgia, I guess.
You did win Georgia.
That wasn't 3.5. You said it was 2.5. I thought it was 3.5.
The Georgia was 2.5.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good then. I thought I lost it when I saw the score.
Well, Texas would have given Georgia 2.5. So you'd have gotten 2.5 more points than the points. They won by 4, I believe, didn't they?
3, I think, field goal, right?
Well, they didn't kick. Oh, that's right. They didn't need it because they scored a touchdown. Didn't need the extra point. So it had only been 3, but it was. But they won by 5.5.
Okay, we've got your answer from Black and Blue. Broke my shoulder in my senior year. My team had some California records, but my playing my senior year was sporadic. So he did not go All-American, but he had some California records.
Then why are we listening to him? If he's not, we only listen to All Americans.
He is a regular.
His coach that he played in high school is now at Oregon as a coach.
So now you're upset with Black and Blue?
I'm not upset with him. I just don't trust him.
Just because he wasn't an All-American in sports.
Yeah.
It's hard to trust people that weren't all Americans, to be honest with you.
What percentage of people get that in high school?
Not nearly enough. That's why the world's so broken.
Well, do you want to wrap this up, Mary Jane? I think you did a wonderful job. You know, being late was not good. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I was very upset about that too. I had to follow the rules of the road. There was a weird traffic jam.
Maybe you should leave earlier. Maybe you should leave earlier.
Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah, maybe you should.
I said, yeah, maybe I should.
Hey, yeah, maybe you should.
Pipe down or I'll send you to visit Schizo.
But he's in an insane asylum. I'm not crazy.
Pipe down or I'll say things to the authorities so you go there.
No, let's not forget, I'm an American Institute. America loves me. They would not put me in an insane asylum.
Don't you think you'd have fun bunking with Schizo?
I would not want to live with Schizo.
No, bunking. Just bunking in a mental hospital.
Can we end this fucking show?
Oh, okay. Don is an institution. Okay.
See?
Well, big hand for Oman G, best moderator in the business.
Oman G. Oman G. Why don't you come over? Why don't you come over and we'll watch a movie, the three of us?
Okay. I'll be there in a couple days. I don't know how long it takes to walk.
We were thinking of watching the movie now.
Okay, well, I'll be there as fast as I can.
Wonderful. Right. Thank you, Omanji. Big thank you to Schizo Surfer and Hans Gerber. Big thank you to everyone in the chat. Big thank you to Don. And any final words, Don?
Yeah, I want to thank Old Man G for not shitting on me. I think that he's got to keep a little bit more in tune with what's going on and what people are saying and doing. He let in somebody that's not supposed to be let in, that said some bad things to Schizo.
I apologize for that.
Well,
oh boy, wait, before we go, hello to Monica Lopez Yoga.
Hello, Monica Lopez. Hello, Monica Lopez.
Thank you, Terry Greenbeans. Hi-Fi Protege says cheers and jeers. And Black and Blue says thanks, Omanji. Toilet Bowl Comedy says
how do you know that's Old Man G? Maybe it's oh my god.
I was being presumptuous. Sorry.
Okay, Black and Blue either says thanks, Old Man G, or thanks, OMG.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.